This exact symbol was found inside the mysterious Osireion temple in Egypt, but it wasn't carved into the stone. It was etched into the atomic structure of the granite with absolute laser-like precision. The exact same symbol was found in ancient ruins across India, in China, in the Middle East, and throughout pre-Columbian America, in cultures that never met, never traded, never shared a single written language. So how did they all draw the exact same thing? Conventional history cannot explain it. Today, we are going to try. Long preceding our earliest written records, this universal matrix was already widespread. It wasn't a localized religion, but a precise geometric design, one circle, then another, until a perfect matrix begins to emerge, a design that would appear again and again for thousands of years across continents and across cultures that developed entirely independently. How is that possible? No matter where you look, one image keeps returning, the flower of life, a simple arrangement of 19 evenly spaced, overlapping circles, beautiful, almost hypnotic. To some historians, it is merely a decorative motif, an artistic coincidence repeated through history. But according to ancient mystery traditions, this was never just decoration. It was knowledge, encoded, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to ask the right question. If this symbol truly carried knowledge, what was it trying to teach us? Was it a forgotten mathematical language, a map of the cosmos, or something even stranger? Over the next few minutes, we're going to follow this mysterious pattern across history. We'll uncover why it appears inside sacred sites separated by thousands of miles, and discover why many still believe. This ancient geometry was never invented, only remembered. For centuries, travelers walked past these ancient stones without noticing what was hiding. A pattern, quietly engraved into history, no inscription explaining its purpose, no king claiming its creation, just geometry, perfect, silent, waiting. Ancient mystery schools, Hermetic philosophers, and mystics all describe geometry very differently, not as art, but as a language capable of expressing cosmic truths that words could never capture. Imagine trying to preserve knowledge without writing, without modern science. How would you ensure it survived thousands of years? Some spiritual traditions believed the answer was simple. You wouldn't write it, you would build it, using geometry itself. Every intersection and every proportion would become part of a visual language, one that anyone could rediscover, even if every book was lost. But here's where the mystery becomes even stranger. The flower of life isn't the beginning, it's the result. Everything starts with one point, one circle, perfect, without beginning, without end. Across countless ancient cultures, the circle represented unity, the eternal. But a single circle cannot create a universe. So a second circle emerges, its center resting exactly on the edge of the first. The overlap creates a new shape, known today as the Vesica Piscis. To many spiritual traditions, it symbolized the exact moment of creation, when unity becomes duality, light and darkness, spirit and matter. From that single intersection, new circles unfold, creating the seed of life. 7 perfect circles. Esoteric schools associate these circles with the 7 days of creation, an order unfolding from chaos. Keep adding circles, patiently, precisely, until the flower of life is complete. Infinite complexity, born from perfect simplicity. Now mathematicians point out something simple. Any compass can draw this pattern in under 10 minutes. They argue the symbol wasn't preserved across cultures. It was simply reinvented independently because it is basic math. Simple tools, similar results. That's the skeptical case, and it's a fair one. But it doesn't explain everything, because the meaning civilizations attached to this shape was anything but simple. They didn't just draw it, they built temples around it, buried it in tombs considered sacred enough to protect for millennia. If you connect the centers of all these circles, the pattern evolves into the fruit of life, and from it, the ultimate geometric matrix is born, Metatron's cube. Hidden within this single shape are the 5 Platonic solids, the fundamental 3-dimensional shapes that form every crystal, every planet, and every strand of DNA. The ancients didn't just see a drawing, they saw the blueprint of reality. Before we go further, I need to know your perspective. Is this just a coincidence of basic math, or a prehistoric cosmic code? Drop your theory in the comments below. To modern eyes, geometry is just mathematics, a tool for measuring distances and solving equations. But for the ancient world, it was the invisible language behind existence itself. The priests of ancient Egypt rarely explained their deepest teachings in words. Knowledge was protected, encoded through architecture and sacred proportion. Centuries later, Pythagoras believed numbers revealed the hidden structure of reality. Music, light, the movement of the stars, everything followed an underlying structure, an invisible intelligence expressed through symmetry. Different cultures described it using different names, yet the core concept remained identical. This suggests cosmic truth wasn't meant to be spoken. It had to be drawn. Look closely at the natural world today, and those exact patterns emerge. The spiral of galaxies, the hexagonal structures of honeycombs, the geometry of a snowflake. Nature seems to favor order over chaos. Supporters of sacred geometry believe the flower of life represents that hidden order. It is a symbol of the belief that all existence is interconnected by universal laws, whether one sees that as science, philosophy, or spirituality. The question continues to captivate us. We are left with a fundamental choice. Did these cultures inherit a lost global knowledge, or did they independently decode the structural beauty of the universe? We may never know. But long before modern science began exploring the hidden structure of reality, humanity was already looking at the stars, asking the same question. And this endless search for meaning is the true pattern connecting us all. The flower of life may never reveal all of its secrets, but its greatest purpose was never to give us answers. It exists to remind us that the universe still holds mysteries worth exploring. If this pulled you in, the next video picks up a thread we didn't even touch here. Subscribe if you want to follow it.